What's going on, people? Welcome to episode 5 of the Trinity podcast.
Trinity.
Yes, man. Let's go. We're back for episode 5. KG. Thank God. KG, the celebrity. Not KG, that comedian. KG, the celebrity. Nice to join us back again. Will you talk to us, man?
No, I'm back to being KG, the comedian. I'm back.
No, you don't get to do that. No.
I am. No. I've returned. Bro, I've gone on a journey.
No.
I've experienced stuff. And I'm like, you know what? KG's good enough. Just being KG is fine for me.
But you told us not to refer to you as that. You said, you know, I'm a celebrity. You can't do that.
I tell you what, when I called KG to sort this out earlier today, my goodness me, what greeted me on the phone?
What, just yawning and tired and knackered?
It's the most tired I've ever heard him.
Oh,
I can't believe it. I can't even believe he's awake. I thought in the background you're going to hear one of those machines, you know, like beep, beep, beep. Because he answered the phone, he literally went, what? And I thought, I've got to shake him out of his slumber, so I had to call him his, name. I went, Kevin Gary. He went, what? I went, you tired? He went, yeah.
Mash. I just feel like it's just a jet lag is, and as you get older, you can't do what you think you used to be able to do, bro. Like being able to like you might work and then, let's say, for instance, you go clubbing and go raving, Before I could go and work a retail job, I used to go straight to Next. And like I'd be out all night, be at Next, go like I'll be there, and I could manage the shift. Now, couple drinks, I need sleep. I'm getting one time. Me and Books went on a drink up. Yeah, this is in Bingy. We went on a drink up. We had 3 margaritas, bro. We thought we was in the club getting home, and we was like asking the man, "What time you working till tonight?" Because we thought it was late. The guy goes, "It's just 7:30."
Early doors. He's your lightweight, bro.
Speaking of clubbing, actually, right? I got my hair cut earlier today. Yeah,
you look great, by the way.
When did it become a thing that they play really loud music in barbers? I'm talking really loud because I went in today, and when you sit down, KG might not be aware. It's been a while. When you sit down and you wrap the thing around your neck, then they sort of that thing, they go around it there, and it was way too tight. I mean, honestly, the fatness was up here. Yeah, like that one. It's fine. And the guy goes like, he said, "How are you?" Right? Yeah. I couldn't hear him because it was that.
Well, it was that loud.
I swear, honestly, Flex. I swear to you, I went proper old man. I went, ah. And he went. Hey? Yeah. All I heard was yeah. And I went. I've asked twice now, so I can't do it. I went.
That's the truth. Yeah.
And then he just sort of started laughing, and I went. Oh. He went, "How are you?" I went, "Oh," and I thought, luckily he wasn't cutting my hair because I thought if this is going to be the thing the whole time, I'm in massive trouble. It was so loud in there. I'm not even joking. So loud. I mean,
sometimes the barbers, don't get me wrong, they got the TV loud, and they got a bit of music. Not like
it was loud. It was loud. Honestly, right. And then once the things start going, you're going. I can hear nothing now. So
music. I have no idea.
It's just all bloody noise.
I'm trying to ascertain what type of barber it is. That's the thing. I'm trying to like. Was it a Jamaican barber?
Owen's not in a Jamaican barbers.
Was it like one a Jamaican barber shop?
Although
a Jamaican, look, man. I'm a Jamaican.
So would have been fine, no problem.
Rastafari.
Listen, we got a lot to talk about on this pod. Obviously, yesterday was the Rashford thing. He came out with the big juggernaut thing, the big players tribune. KJ, I really want to hear what you have to say about everything he said. To be honest, I don't believe that you would have read everything. I don't believe that you would have seen everything. I think you would have seen a few aggregator accounts, maybe say a couple of things. Then I think you would make your own whole interpretation of the whole thing just off of maybe 2 quotes.
Can I tell you how mad it is what I did? And
Go
my
on.
wife was like, "How are you doing that?" I just watched your video.
Oh, for fuck's
sake. It.
Yeah, my video where it says, if you haven't seen all of it, I suggest you go and read it because there's a lot in there. That video.
Did you watch my one this morning? Did you watch my one this morning?
No. I was tired.
So I read out the whole piece this morning.
It's all right though. I'll be fine.
So there's an opinion to be had on that. But what we're gonna start with though is the derby, because in 2 days' time, bro, we got to pull up to the Etihad. Sacrificial Sunday. The floor's open. It's derby day.
Who should it start with? Let's start with myself. I'm terrified.
Yes, let's.
I'm terrified, but I'm up for it. Terrified, up for it. We dealt with one. We dealt with the Nottingham Forest because we should really start Nottingham Forest and the fact that we're playing Liverpool. That was the dream, innit? I said that we need Liverpool. That's the game I want to you see Klopp, I wanted to just soak off. And I'm annoyed that's not the final. I'm annoyed that it's not the final, but this is good. This is Man United need this game. Man United we have to turn up for this game. I don't care. This is one of them ones. You know when you told me I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a derby, this, that, and the other. This has to be it. This is the one, because if all they get is that Carabao embarrassment, because no one's talking about that as well. That Carabao celebration, players running onto the pitch like it's Champions League, if we ever. Remember, I thought the Carabao was a Mickey Mouse Cup. 100%. Why are players risking injury and running onto the pitch, flying over boardings? Like, what are we talking about? This is supposed to be a non-cup. These are the celebration police. Let's not forget that. These are the same people that's like, Arsenal, you're celebrating too much. These are the same guys. So again, this is Mr. Klopp, who, when it's always in his favor, he wants to complain. It's anti-football. United talks stuff.
It's a strong Klopp impression.
It's just. That's all I hear. Him, all of them, group them together. Carragher, the lot of them, fam. We have to do these guys. I don't care if it's the kids, because all of a sudden, again, we're rebranding the kids thing. Because let's have it right. We're playing a kid in midfield. We got a kid on the wing. We got a kid up front. And there's no Ten Hag's kids. No, but then Klopp plays a couple kids, and all of a sudden, he's the Messiah of
KG.
I don't know.
Did you see the quote they tried to use? They tried to use the Alan Hansen "you can't win anything with kids" quote, which is about Manchester United. It's about talking about United, and they went, they're proving Alan Hansen wrong. We can't win anything with kids. You go, no, we did that. He said that on the first day of the season, and then we ended up winning the league, class of '92. Like, you can't rewrite history and use quotes against Manchester United for your favour, going, proving Alan Hansen wrong. The shamelessness. That is crazy.
And I've still got a bone to pick. I've still got an axe to grind, actually, with Liverpool. Do you know that little ferret, yeah? I don't even call him a ferret because a big guy, actually. But you know that Carragher guy? Yeah, Carragher is quite big, actually. Carragher, yeah, he comes out and says, because he's had his response to the Ten Hag response. And he's like, no, the time I started criticizing you was your second game when you lost to Brentford. And I'm thinking, mate, hold on, wait a minute. Are you not hearing that? You didn't like this guy. You decided that you didn't rate this guy after his second game. Talking about giving managers time. Second game against Brentford. That tells me everything I need to know about you. Yes, you're right about some of the things that you're seeing, but you have an axe to grind against me. I'm probably in life as a new manager, the way you and Gary Neville pulled up to Carrington to interview me about my job when I just started. I just got here, mate. So it is not normal. But again, just quickly to the derby, I had to get all that off my chest.
Yeah.
I am scared because Man City look like they're in Man City type form. Pep has this thing when he says, you know what? Let's destroy him. Yeah. Let's destroy him. They've arrived. Let's do him. Sir Jim's talking wicked, talking about he don't want us to go down for the allegations, which is a good thing, but he just wants to beat us on the pitch. Let's beat him on the pitch.
Yeah.
So, and then Foden saves these kind of performances for Manchester United.
Bro, they all do.
No, Foden is the one.
De Bruyne, bro.
Erling Haaland,
bro. He scored a hat-trick.
Foden versus
and scored 2 this year.
Guys, Foden versus Amrabat at left back.
Yeah, Pete.
We got to change that.
To what? Lindelof?
Absolutely.
Really? What is there? What? It's clearly better having Lindelof there than
I'd have Lindelof at left back for this game. Play get everyone behind the ball. That's what you got to do. That's the only hope we've got. I mean, look at the Anfield result earlier on the season, and it feels horrible, isn't it, that we're latching on that we got a point at Anfield.
Oh yeah, that's all we got.
Use that as the benchmark, but that's what you've got to do. Nobody, Liverpool top of the league. Nobody thought we were going to go there after we lost to Bayern Munich as well, and we were going to get smashed. AGT was on this very channel going, I want more than 7 this time around, and they couldn't even score any, and we had the better chances in that game as well. Now, to say that that's going to play out exactly the same at the weekend, don't think so. But you have to use that as an example of if you're resolute, if you fight, and you get a bit of luck. Maybe City aren't on their best day. You can get something there. We can get something there.
Yes.
It's gonna be difficult. Everyone knows it's gonna be difficult. But I know, Flex, you're wincing and you're going all this kind of stuff.
But you can. Like we all thought we were going to lose 10-0 to Liverpool.
What I will say to you though, Flex, is on behalf of the comments, don't be so bloody negative. Yeah? Don't be so bloody negative. We can see it in your face. We can see it all over your face. You're a bad poker player, my friend. You're negative. Negative Skyport Fleck. You're best friends with Jamie Carragher, apparently. That's what the comments said.
That's what the comments said.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Let's not get into some of the things the comments been saying, because the comments been moving wild this past week. Yeah, and not just towards me, Owen. Yeah, you've been an accomplice on their morning shows, and you've been getting a new one as well.
I'm a bully. I've been bullying KG for the last 3 years.
You always bully KG. You're not giving it. What did you say when he started talking about the manager? They came for you as well. Like, we have to talk about this as well.
I hate Paul Pogba. I hate Paul Pogba.
That was it. They called you clueless. Yeah, you hate Paul Pogba.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're clueless. You know, because of the Pogba thing.
But what you're seeing there, KG, is premium deflection from Flex, because I've called him negative, and he just started going, "What about you, Owen?"
I'm surprised he hasn't deleted the stream and the channel.
No, I don't need to do that. That's childish. That's childish. I'm not being negative. KG just sat there and said, "Oh yeah,
he's doing it again. He's doing it again. He's deflecting onto you, KG. He's doing it again.
No one else
he's done it twice. He's done it twice.
I'm just as negative as everybody else.
Guess what? I still hope out. I'm still holding out that Man United can, because Rashford's gone and done this wicked little speech.
Yeah. Hopefully, you can do the mad thing. Yeah,
he do this sit back, and then Rashford scores on a break and does this. It's finished.
I said it though. I did say
with a Bruno assist. With a Bruno assist.
Yeah,
and when it happens, he does a limp afterwards, pretends that he's injured, and turns around and goes, "I'm fine."
Yeah, but hopefully it's from a penalty as well. Hopefully it's from a penalty.
No, normal goal, like a normal goal.
I want the scumbag Jingbang. It was never a penalty. Then he takes it, sends the keeper the wrong way. Then all the City fans are swearing and doing the thing. But no, look, my position. Now, listen, I've said I think it's sacrificial Sunday, but of course it's a derby. The same way I've said this many times. The same way how that in the lead up to that Liverpool game, I was convinced, and everyone was convinced, right, that it's like, wow, I don't know what we're gonna do here. This could be easily 7-0 again at that point, and I don't know how, but we got out of there with a 0-0, which actually was a fair result, bro. Like it weren't like Liverpool should have scored. It was actually on the balance of play. It was a shit game, but the game should have been 0-0. Maybe Rasmus with that chance, but
and they turned it on us. Remember that they went, "How dare you celebrate that?"
And they turned it on us. Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, if we get a draw this time, I might celebrate more than the Liverpool one. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we can't because again,
no, we went viral that time. So what you're saying, So what you're saying is you're trying to tame me and say don't celebrate if we get a win, get a draw, Flex, because they're gonna laugh at us. And no. I thought I'm allowed to be Man United and think no.
Viral. Flex, we went viral, and that's the first video that my missus has pulled back to me.
All right. Do you know what I'm gonna do?
That's the one. Not you dressed up as a chef, talking about to Piers Morgan.
And she goes. I had secondhand embarrassment because it's the way it does. Without context, I said, "Babes, without context, that looks bad."
All right, I'll tell you what then. So all right, if we draw, I'm gonna do the real Jurgen Fleck passive aggressive then. If we draw, I'm going to do the...
No. Don't sit on your hands and be like, well, I'm not allowed to celebrate, so I'm not going to do anything. Don't do that.
Well, I'm just saying, no, I'm not.
Because I know you can see what he would do, KG, can't you? He'd be like, wow, I'm really happy with the result, but I can't say anything. That's the problem.
No, I'm not going to say that one. I'm going to say...
Create a channel and you can't even express something.
Well, that's what they told me.
See?
That's what they told me. I'm not going back to that, but that's what they told me. They told me, shut up. I'll never forget that. Michael told me, shut up.
It was.
This is you
talking.
Told me stop talking. Stop talking on the platform that I've created for everybody to talk.
Stop touching players.
I'll just put myself out and give blood, sweat, and tears for a platform for people to be able to talk, and then not be able to talk it myself.
How you gonna?
So if we draw, I won't do the one that Owen just said of like, well, I'm not. I'll just go. Well, listen, guys, our standards are a lot higher than that. I'm disappointed we didn't win.
It's almost even worse, isn't it? It's almost even worse.
Okay. Can I say something then? What do you want me to do?
Be
That when you say-
yourself.
Very much
Be
be
yourself.
myself. You don't
Yes.
want, but I was myself last time.
Don't let the comments tell you what to do, Flex. You can do it.
yes.
This is the
KG
whole
just
thing.
said don't do that. His wife pulled him up.
This is the thing with all of it,
No, I
yeah.
said
Yeah,
that
but KG can behave how he wants to behave. You can behave how you want to behave. This is the thing I think as Man United fans we need to realize. Why are we trying to manage everyone else's behavior? Okay.
Yes.
I said this earlier on today. Everyone interprets and reacts to things differently. You look at people, some people, when they're watching a game, they don't really celebrate that much when they score. They go, they're happy, but they're not getting up and screaming. That's fine too. If you draw a game against a team that you thought you were going to get smashed by, you can celebrate that. You can do whatever you want, really, within reason, can't you? And I don't know if I like this kind of gatekeeping. You're not allowed to do whatever. You're not allowed, because I wouldn't do that. KG does a lot of things that I wouldn't do. Do I judge him for it? Absolutely, but you know that's my job,
and that's what you've been bullying for the last 3 years.
That's very true. KG's got proper Stockholm syndrome. He's become friends with his bully.
Oh my god! Now, can I say this though, Flex? Do you know what's happening? You're in a community that you created. This is your community. End of the day, yeah.
No, it's everyone's community. It's not just mine. It's not mine.
But you created it, yeah. So.
Right.
What's happened is
Go on.
people are
They've turned on me. I know.
No, they haven't turned on you. People can
I'm joking.
people can see, yeah.
Giggle off.
Yeah.
People can see that they just looking at you saying something's not right there. I think he's turned on the manager. That's what people are thinking. They're ascertaining. So even though you're speaking, they're like, you're not with the manager. They're like, you're not back.
But that's
in the
what
manager.
annoyed me about the whole thing, because I believe people were like that. As soon as I want to have a conversation about some of the things that he may not be doing well, it turns into you must be that. That's what I don't like, and that's the thing that annoys me. In all honesty, as soon as we speak about A, it pivots to B, and if you try and speak about B, it pivots to C. You can't. I feel like you're not really allowed to just be like, right, for this bit, what I'm doing now, I'm going to talk about this one thing. The same way if I like in the player ratings or like in the comments, people say, oh, you haven't even said how poor Garnacho was. Yeah, but right now I'm talking about the Bruno bit, like how, like, and actually I did. If you listen or let me finish or listen to the thing I just said all the way through the game, you'd see that I was saying about Garnacho and I was saying about McTominay doing a madness and I was saying about X, Y, Z. But I feel like it gets polarized when you want to. As soon as you do the ETH, I think he's done this or nah. But what about all this? No, you're the no. And I feel like, whoa, like, are we saying we can't have a normal, calm conversation about the manager? Why?
There are unwritten rules, aren't there? I think that's the weird thing that I've noticed. There are unwritten rules that you don't know about until you break said unwritten rule. I did the full-time view on Wednesday and was basically told I'm not allowed to talk about the match because it wasn't good. And I went, this is going to be a long hour. Because I'm not like KG. I don't have an hour of material prepared. This is not...
I mean, our material about a show that you're not allowed to talk about is insane. Like, you know, the thing with
but
us,
this is what happened, KG.
No, but you have to understand we're in a mad time. We're in a, like, I would call it like, you know, not like the end of the Ollie era, but we're in that where it gets toxic and people like join their sides and they're in there to the end. So now me as a what do you call it, in the Ten Hag Defense League, yeah, I'm a Ten Hag defender. So what happens is you get to the point of fighting fire with fire. People are so light on that side and they're not using any context or anything. So you're like, you know what, if they're not going to use context and be responsible in this argument, to hell with me being responsible. I'm just going to back this guy to the end. And I think that's what's happening now. There's been no middle ground. There's people in the middle saying, look, let's just see what everyone means and everyone understands. And this side, there's no time for that, bro. Right now, pick a side. Are you standing with Carragher? Because in the end, people are like, are you standing with Carragher? All they want to know, yeah, even if you say, like, bro, you could say the best thing, and it sounds, you're just the UN in there. You're like, look, every side's got a point to make and this, that, and the other. To hell with that. Are you with Liverpool?
And there's so much crossfire everywhere as well. If you stand in the middle, you're done.
Yo, you're getting hit.
You're getting hit all of
Well, dude, so this is the thing, like, there's that tribalism that's in right now. And sometimes it doesn't make sense. But then I do see the part for me where I feel like I got to come out and swing for the manager is I know that it's not as simple as people just doing their jobs and having no bias in it. I know it's surrounded with bias. when we're talking about these things. Even the Rashford thing. I want to jump to Rashford's. I want to come to Rashford's aid and say, hey, Rashford, you're right about this, this, and this. But even when I watched your video breaking it down, you was talking about, well, no one in our community has spoken about Rashford's cars or his, what do you call it?
So I'm saying, yeah.
No one. I don't even think,
Exactly.
even now, before, like,
Not once.
you know, like the Sterling tax. I'll call it the Raheem Sterling tax, Pogba tax, where you've seen where it's like, there's
The
more going.
haircuts, or he
There's
bought a yard. Rare.
With Marcus Rashford, people were complaining. Well, the things that I complained about is the ball goes up and he has to compete for it. He's not going to jump for it, not at all. But then he'll have a reaction after and go in on someone like in them moments. Or Rashford, you're supposed to be running back, tracking back for your club, and then you don't track back. Or on the day of a derby, when this club means so much to you, not into put it in there. On the day of a derby, well, why are you going to have a party in the club? Like you can't do that. Now you lost. If you understand Man United, you even know how this looks. House party it. I don't even care if you have something in your mansion, wherever. No one cares about that. It's just that he has to be aware of the optics. And as someone that is Man United born and bred, there's times where I'm not seeing born and bred
behavior.
I'm not seeing it, and that's on the pitch. It's nothing to do with you. Belfast happened, didn't it? And even how I respond to Belfast, I was like, come back and play football. It's the fact of the matter is you're not trying anymore. Ever since you got into Belfast, you had a thing that he was going to score in that game, was going to have an impact in that game. I haven't seen that Rashford since Belfast.
I don't think you're wrong, and that's the thing that I think it was really important when you react to things like that, right? About players. When it's like extremely personal, when the player comes out and like does what Rashford's done to put it all out there, I think it's really important that you take a step back, right? Because this isn't like an immediate reaction after a game where you go, I just saw you not press Ross Barkley. I just saw, like, let's listen to what he's actually trying to tell us about how he's feeling about the situation. And that's what I did in that. I'm like, look, but not everyone can do that. I'm okay with separating out certain bits and deciphering through and going, right, okay. At the top of the article, he's saying that people don't hold me to the same standard as certain other players. I'll leave it there. That's what he says. That's what he says. Now I know what he's getting at.
Yeah.
I know what he's getting at. He's saying
we've all seen those articles. We've all seen them articles. I've seen, and this is where, like I said, I know like it's different, but I said it in the video. I'll say it again. As a black male, right? I've seen it, right? And when he's saying, like, I've seen John Pickford, yeah, on top of the tables at darts, yeah. Like, thing, yeah, I've seen Jack Grealish, like, you know what I mean? Like, on the bender for like 5 days in the kit. Wicked. I know he's just won, by the way, so he say he do what he wants, but I've seen them things be celebrated. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but then I've seen Raheem Sterling buy his mum a yard versus Phil Foden buy his mum a yard, and then the discrepancy. So, Rashford saying that one. Then he drops, away from race, then he drops, like, the people who are kind of onto me because I did something good for the kids, because I took on the government. And certain people don't like that. They're waiting for me to fail to say, like, see, he's not really a hero. He's just see, that's the Marcus Rashford. He's hiding behind that. Like, I'm like, this is a dangerous game here because we're trying to alienate someone who's done something amazing actually for really underprivileged kids. So park all of that. I agree with that. But then in the same thing, he's saying, I can take any criticism. I can take any headline. I can take this, that, and the other. But I'm like, the behavior, like you said, KJ, the behavior's got to match. And when the behavior doesn't match on the pitch and sometimes off it, you have to understand that fans with the right intentions that are not just talking about your change and your tattoos and the fact that you listen to DBE and flipping Lil Baby, like you have to be responsible. Owen, I'll tell you who they are in a minute. Thank you.
You have to be responsible. So if you are going out in Belfast and given the media ammunition to do that to you, you have to accept responsibility for that. If in a stadium of 75,000 people, we can see you not press and try and run, or your body language, we can see it as fans. And that makes the reason why it does hurt us is because of the things that you said. It's because you're supposed to care that bit more because you're from the academy. It's because this is your dream to play for us. It's because you're not just a foreign player who's been bought in for big money. It's like, I can just get a move and it's just passing through Man United. We know it means so much to you.
Well, and also as well, I think, and this is something I was saying this morning, I think United fans were just jaded to this kind of stuff. I think when it comes to interviews, statements, drama, reacting to fans, or I think we're just jaded by it all. I think we'd rather just like, please just do your talking on the pitch. If I was advising Marcus Rashford, I'd go, not this weekend and not right now. Do it get your form back 6 months' time, then do it and say, I went through a really difficult time, but I came back and here's how I did it. Don't question my commitment. I think that, again, for me, it was mixed signals. And that's why I wanted to, when I did it on the morning show, I wanted to go through it literally quote by quote, paragraph by paragraph. Because you mentioned Fleck, I do think there are parts in it that you go, yeah, that's fair. Like, that is right. When you become a big figure like you did in the pandemic, it's almost this weird human nature fascination that they like the rise, but then they like even more the fall. They like the crash. They like to see him on the way down. But when he gets into the territory of, you can't doubt my commitment to Manchester United because this is my story, you go, well, okay, absolutely. From getting from where you were to where you are now, it's a fantastic story. But people aren't basing it on that. They're basing it on what they see on the pitch and some of these stories off the pitch. And to sort of, for him to suggest that that's out of order almost for fans to question his commitment, as Flex, you say, like, the behavior doesn't match up. And that's really why. And then on top of that, he does this whole article saying, you can't doubt my commitment. But then he ends it by saying, like, or believe in me, I'll paraphrase, if you believe in me, great. But if you doubt me, even better. And you're going, well, that's the whole point of this, is that people are doubting you. And you'll finish signing it off by going, oh, you know, that's a good thing. And headlines don't get to me. But this whole piece is in reaction to headlines. So
no, because I think it's
mixed signal.
And we need to do that thing that we're asking people to do, not just pick a side, but it's the context. There's a lot of things being said, right? And there's a part of me that's like, you know, Rashford, maybe I need to take you off the that mount, like the pedestal that I have you on, in terms of how good I might think you are, you know, because it's like we think you can do a job that maybe you just can't do, you know, because I'm looking at you to be on the world-class level, a team, the difference maker.
Yeah, but everyone's talking about effort, KG. That's what I'm saying. No one, I don't think the things for, sorry to cut you, KG. I don't feel like the criticism from Rashford is necessarily because he's not scored 30 goals this year like he did last year. That, you know, listen, that would be frustrating because we want to see consistency. But the main, like you're saying, like, bro, what you said is true. The main criticism that this community's had, anyway, I can speak for our community because I see it week in, week out, day in, day out, has been the lack of application to do better. Like, and I think that's a fair assessment. It hasn't been, well, why hasn't he scored 25 goals? He scored 25 goals by this time last year. That's not it. We're saying the base level hasn't really been applied.
I think the base level for a lot of these players, especially when I think the fact that the goals have dried up is a big deal to, like, a lot when it comes down to it, because even Bruno, let's say Bruno was still scoring and assisting the way he was before, it wouldn't be, it's the same Bruno that runs around, complains and stuff, but people just wouldn't have a problem because they're getting something for the whole thing. Now with Rashford, is the goals have dried up. That's the biggest thing. You're not doing anything on the left-hand side. Even when we play you down the middle, nothing is happening. So when we're talking about now, we get to look on, we're kind of looking with a fine microscope and saying, let's assess this Marcus Rashford situation. And there is moments where he hasn't ran. And he's probably done that his whole career, where he hasn't tracked back and helped out. But guess what was backing him before? Was goals. Was activity on the pitch, and even down to he's scuffing his shots, the ball's coming to him in the middle, and him and Bruno are doing this as well, where it's like you don't know who's going to take it. When they do take it, totally wide. It is, they have to get, these two have to, he has to get that together as a football player. Now, the other things is, I don't care about the music you listen to. If you were still delivering, do your thing. The problem is you're not delivering, so now we're looking at everything.
Yeah, when you don't deliver things,
well, there's a reason this didn't come out last year, isn't it? Because he didn't need to. He didn't need to hit out, and it's kind of like when you do take a step back, you go, well, why has it come to this? Why has it come to the point where you felt the need to release this article? And it's because, as KG's saying, it's because people are criticizing him for a variety of different things. But if you are playing well, if you are, to Roy Keane to say, to doing your job, then it alleviates a lot of things, doesn't it? And for all of the discussion we have as fans, whether it's about Ten Hag, whether it's about Rashford, whether it's about Bruno Fernandes, if you're winning games and you're winning trophies, all that other stuff just tends to kind of disappear, doesn't it? It just kind of disappear and go away. And then once that stops happening, then people do start putting you under the microscope going, actually, you don't really run that much. And actually, Bruno, you do whinge quite a lot. And actually, Eric, those tactics are a bit weird. And actually, whoever, I don't know about that. Like, suddenly people start noticing, don't they? The ultimate equalizer is winning games and winning trophies. And when that stops happening, people start pointing and going, what about this? What about that? What about that? And that's all Rashford can do. Once Rashford starts, I think KG said it the other day, the probably his best recent performance was his reaction to Belfast at that game where he played against Wolves. That was his best game. Like, he played with a chip on his shoulder, like he's got a point to prove. And you would say, right, whatever happened then, whatever energy was flowing through you, do that again. Do that again.
I think he's got to the point though with just to bring this up, because he did respond back to United Stand that time. He did respond to the
exactly.
He's responded.
He said you're lying about me. Stop chatting shit. He spoke.
He's spoken to that, because I think there's this thing of saying that he doesn't want to play for this club. He feels like annoyed when people say you don't want to play for United. He said and especially when it seems like there was a big offer from PSG that he's turned down for Man United, and he's like, wait, I've turned down the chance to probably play with Mbappe. Maybe Neymar was that.
No, he's saying that. He was saying that when he was a youth. He was saying that when he was young and Man United hadn't signed him yet. He said he even he turned down life-changing money. People have said, we'll put cars in your garage, and we'll give you houses, rare. And
he kind of hinted that. He even played for City a couple of times in their academy.
Said, I don't like it.
I said, I don't like it. I want to go United. And also he said, and this is the kind of thing where you have to kind of, I think, push back a little bit on what he's saying. When he's saying, don't bring my family into it. And you go, oh, fair enough, so there is a line that you shouldn't cross. But at the same time, his agent is his brother. And when you're talking about contracts, that is going to come up. Like, that is inevitable, that is going to be brought up when people talk about your future as well. So it's kind of like, I don't know, in the article, it's difficult, I think, sometimes to sort of paint the media and criticism with all the same brush, because there are like different parts of it of going, that's unacceptable, that's unacceptable. I think that's kind of fair. And actually, I think you're being quite sensitive there. There's different sort of parts of it. And
it's different tiers,
I don't know. And also, it's just not a subplot we need going into Sunday, is it really? Can we not go into... But do we have to? Do we have to go into every game? Because this week now, it's obviously Eric and his future with, and all that kind of stuff. There's the Bruno thing now with the TikTok and the injury and blah, blah, blah. Then there's the Rashford thing too. And you're going, well, a couple of those are very unnecessary to be going into. We could have done without them.
KG, what did you think about that TikTok thing and Ten Hag saying that Fulham should apologise on that?
He has to back his player. 2-foot tackle. It's just fire. Fight fire with fire. He's not. You lot don't want to do context. It's just. I get it. If I'm the manager, back him straight. It don't matter. Like, I get it. How it looks to people and how everyone's like, see. It's like when Ten Hag came out and said Newcastle are annoying. It is what it is. End of the day, it's like the context was he's trying to say is, they're annoying to play against this, that, and the other. People don't care. The thing is, did they do that? Did they say that? So now with the TikTok thing, it's my captain. You lot accusing my captain of like being a cheat, this, that, and the other. Now, if I want to look my captain in the face, ask my captain to run through brick walls for me or play injured, I'm backing him. I don't like even in the moment where it's like, bro, you've moved scatty there. I totally understand it. Now, will them lot? They're not. Fulham are not the first club to violate Man United. A lot of clubs have been doing it over and over again. This ain't the first TikTok that's happened, but because it is Man United and we're in this phase of non-winning. It's like it's fight. It's just a fire.
What did you think of the clip? What did you think of the actual? Like, do you think he was? When you saw it? What did you think?
I want Fulham to get relegated. I'm not gonna lie.
No, not the clip. No, like I mean, just
what of Bruno? No, you mean the clip of Bruno going down and then getting back up.
Yeah, like
that was your first reaction. That was your first reaction. Fulham to get relegated. Who are you, Ty? Like,
no, because it's just one of those things where you like little things like when Sunderland done the Poznan, when we didn't win the title, like we beat them, but we didn't win the title that time. Yeah, I hated them after that. That was it.
I think Flex is talking about not necessarily the caption and the TikTok. No, he's talking about more the actual footage. The clip.
What is your opinion on what you witnessed, Bruno? That sequence of play that is being spoken of. What did you?
I just looked in for us, Bruno Fernandes.
And to be fair, that's exactly what I said. That was exactly what I said.
It's Bruno. I just thought Bruno Fernandes. I didn't like. I felt nothing. I was like Bruno Fernandes, but I thought Fulham doing this, you little cheeky. Like I thought it was cheeky from Fulham, and I thought you lot should get relegated. But that's normal. Like if you like do something to my players, I'm gonna have that natural reaction of, all right, now I hate you as a club, as an entity. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. My thing is, we've seen Bruno do that 100 times. You think Bruno's not like being kicked, fell on the floor, got up and asked for the ball before? If that's the first time you've seen Bruno do that, you haven't seen Bruno enough.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was saying that again. If we win the game, no one cares. It's only because we didn't win the game and all that. My reaction at the time was, I don't care. I'm more concerned about his performances rather than his sort of moaning and complaining. And I think with Eric saying that he needs to be protected, I mean, first of all, I think a better answer from Ten Hag would have been, social media, that's just nonsense. You know, we know who Bruno Fernandes is whatever. He's not going to say like KG said, he's going to back his players.
I'd have preferred him to say it like that.
I would have preferred. That's what, if I was him in that situation, I would have gone. They need to. Why does it? Do you think it looks silly? Do you think it looks weak, Flex?
I do. I think the way how he's said that, it kind of comes across to me, from the outside look. I know you can say don't look at that because you're on the inside, but this is where my head's at. Yeah. I think it looks like you're rattled by little old Fulham. Like if we're big Man United, we don't argue with shitty little Fulham from the cottage. Like, all right, cool, you come here, you had your best day out in 21 years. You ain't won at Old Trafford in 21 years, and so we just let you. We don't respond. It's kind of like the bigger artist thing. Stormzy said, like sometimes you don't respond, and like you can just move on, But what I'm saying is to go that strong, say it's a disgrace. I think they should apologize. Bro, they ain't gonna apologize. But what's happening is just bringing more heat to the thing.
No, but the context as well, because he didn't even see it. There was like, what do you think about it? He goes,
bro, don't listen to it. You think he didn't see that? That's even worse. Well, I don't know if they did. I don't know if they. I don't know if they did. But if they did, they should say sorry. But I didn't see it.
Did you just call him Travis?
I'm used to arguing with Travis. Wait, hold on. I'm so used to arguing with Travis. As soon as I get to argue with someone, I think I call him Travis.
You think we all look the same? So you're saying I look the same?
Hold on, wait. No, but it's important to understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You're accusing him of doing something that you don't like. You're saying that he didn't. You're telling him what he's saying is not true. I'm saying to you, I thought this.
I didn't say that.
Don't give me. He said in the beginning of the clip that I didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. But if they've done something,
but if they did, so I'm saying that's worse. So I'm saying you ain't even seen it. And you're saying that, but
he didn't go strong. He wasn't as strong as what you call it. He said if they maybe they should have. It wasn't as heavy.
No, bro, you haven't seen the video.
Have you read? This is what I do. This is, bro. Don't tell me about how I watch preseason. I watch Owen's video first. Then after I'm like, oh, Owen said something cool. I go back and watch it. So I pause it and I go and watch the full. Was it 8 minutes, 11 minutes?
Yeah.
It was 9 minutes this week. Yeah. Then I came back, bro. So don't tell me. I love the what you call it. This is the build up. I'm here for the build up, fam. So I have seen it.
But what I'm saying, all right. So what I'm saying is, to me, when there is a small, do we agree that Fulham are a small club compared to Man United?
Yes, Flex.
Yes.
Right. So what my issue is that when you are the bigger club and you lost, we lost. They they haven't won at Old Trafford for 21 years. Iwobi was off of social media because of what Nigerian fans done to him. We allowed him to get back on it. Yes. That's what happened, right?
Disgrace.
And a disgrace, right? But that's the truth. Now man can die.
I'm talking about Hovey and Bassi.
Disgrace, yeah.
I was going
right? Yeah, you was probably the ones who made him like discontinue.
I was cussing internally.
Phone. Yeah,
internal man.
Right.
Internally.
I was like,
you see what I'm saying? So you probably had the camera on when you said it.
He saw it. It's sitting there. That's my internal video of Hovey. I'm sitting there. You see how my video ends on the end of that game. I'm just sitting there thinking, Hovey. You freak. Bassi, all of them.
Right.
I hate
so
all of them.
That's what I'm saying. And Bassi is so this is what I'm saying. So they've come and essentially dunked on Man United. Yeah, I'm saying just move on. Why are you little old Fulham? It's like being it's like being the year 11, and the little year 5 nutmegged you or something, and you want to go try beat him up just leave it, bro.
Hey, Flex. Sometimes they deserve it.
Sometimes, yeah, exactly.
So, Owen, do you think? I know you're going to stoke the fight, Owen, but do you honestly think when Tarek said they should apologize, does that look good as Man United manager?
No, because you're not going to get the apology, are you? There's no point.
No, I'm backing my guy. All it does is if I'm Bruno Fernandes, I'm saying, he's on my side.
Yeah, but you
I'm
can
gonna
do it.
mother
That's
that guy.
extra. But
And
it
but
makes us
what
look
I do
desperate.
think, I do think there is an element of 4D chess, and I said this during the press conference. I think that in the same way that Poch before the Carabao Cup final said, "Hey, I know it's Jurgen Klopp's last season, but referees, let's just be fair, shall we?" When Man
Yes.
United were getting
Don't mind
penalties in
that.
during when
Don't
Man
mind
United
that.
were getting penalties in COVID, and Jurgen Klopp goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, Man United are getting a lot of penalties," and suddenly they dropped off. What I'm saying is, at the weekend, if Bruno Fernandes goes down a bit light in the box, the referee will
Yeah.
be thinking, maybe I should protect him.
But that's not
Maybe I've
about
got to
asking
protect
for
him.
an apology from Fulham. That's
No,
about
no,
saying he needs
it's
protecting.
ahead.
I don't mind that. I
And
don't
if I'm up
mind
for
that.
KG.
But what's going to happen now? Yeah, exactly. But what's going to happen now is from him saying that, the managers aren't going to be like, "Well, I better not criticize Man United because they might ask
No,
for an
but
apology."
Flex,
They're not going to
what
give a
you
shit.
No, Flex, you're missing it, man. You're just
I'm not. The bit about Bruno, I get that. That
You're
puts it in
missing
the heads, back your guy, and put it in the heads of the refs and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
asking little old Fulham for an apology for a TikTok
No,
thing,
because he knows
as Man
he's not.
United man,
But do
It's
you have
not
to go
about-
over the top to plant that seed? You have to go so big to make sure that they're paying attention and going, they
Who's-
should
but
apologize.
what?
It's out of order.
What?
When
Nah,
Bruno
not that
goes
one.
down, is he sort of
No.
saying, look, when Bruno goes down, he's really hurt, you know. When he
Yes.
goes down in the box, you've got to know that he's definitely hurt. And you
Yes.
definitely give that penalty. Because tell you what, Flex, if we've got any chance of getting anything from the Etihad, it might be a pen. It might be a shithouse penalty. And if we get one, then you go, Eric, you're a bloody genius. I can't believe you've done
Yeah,
it.
but the apology's nothing to do with that.
But
No,
you don't
but
have to
it's
do
nothing
But
to
I'm
do with
saying,
this.
I'm saying, you know, the
I
same way
agree
that,
with the Bruno
you know, Flex, when I mock you for doing the coughing when you do
Yeah.
the mute button, yeah, I'm doing it over the top. Sometimes to make your point, you have to go really over the top and say, hey, they should apologize because what they did, saying he was faking an injury, is bang out of order because he is injured and he
And
would
I'm
never do
saying-
that. And I'm saying that you sometimes have to go that big and grandiose.
And
knowing
sometimes
you're
when
not
you
going to
do-
get an apology
Yeah,
to
but
make
sometimes
sure.
when you do, you look like a prat. That's what I'm saying. I'm
And
saying
that's the risk he's prepared to take. I don't think he cares. I think if we get a penalty, he won't care.
And
But I
this
don't
the
think we get a penalty off him saying
second.
Fulham should apologize.
headache killer. You know the thing you talk about. He looks like a prat and stuff, bro. People have made their minds up on thingy. He doesn't need to care. It's since the beginning of time. He's been in these presses, and you've seen the energy in the presses. It's not a nice energy.
I'm just talking about me as a fan, how I felt. I'm not even. I looked at it and thought, I don't want my manager to be
talking
going
about-
after.
It doesn't
Fulham.
matter how he's looked at it now. It's finished. People have made up their minds. Unfortunately, if he says we can win this game, is delusional. If he says this game could be hard, rare, he's delusional. If he goes at how dare he doesn't understand how big a club is. If he says the club should be at the world stage, they say, well, the club's nowhere near the world stage. He's back to being delusional. If he's anything, whatever he says can be twisted and used in the negative. You know, so he can't in a situation like this, he can't win. Just say, my thing is, if they're your players, go out and go all the way, back him. It doesn't even matter because people are going to make up their mind anyway. Now, anything I say is going to be broken down and almost twisted into whatever. He was saying that era's come to an end. I don't think he meant that now in this season, I'm here to take away all the wins that City have won. And he just said, no, in normal, like anything, eras do come to an end. And the killer is the Premier League era is coming to an end. We had the Manchester United running the era. You had Arsenal, didn't really run it. They were just there when we were there running it. And then you had the Chelsea you're in Man City's era at the moment. And that will come to, and like it or not, all these things it just ends, bro. And I think with Ten Hag, now the hatred is there. Whatever is said, people will twist it into, this is what he's on. I think it's got that ridiculous, got that toxic, just like this community. If you say, let's talk about the manager, people are like, you hate the manager. As soon as we're in this weird phase right now. And I think for us as Man United fans, it's just almost like we just have to accept it. Anytime when Owen comes out and talks about the team, people are going to be angry. If I support the team, if I say, I'm happy with the result, people will tell me my standards are all over the floor. I could come out and say, you know what? Happy we got the 3 points, mate. You happy with 3 points? Are you mad? Bro, and you seen that happen. I've had that.
You can't win. You can't win.
Happened last game. We're not 3 points, but 3 next round. Yeah.
You're happy with the 3 points? Are you?
All right. Okay. Listen, guys. Smash a like on the 5th episode of the Trinity. Trinity Dango. KG always likes just saying Dango.
One day he's gonna show up and then just
oh right, yeah, big up Dango. Yes, smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Get in the comment section, man. We spoke about a lot in today's show, the 5th episode. And big up to you guys supporting the Trinity. If you're listening on all of your podcast outlets, whether that's Google, whether that's Apple Podcasts or Spotify, etc., wherever you listen to your podcasts on, big up to you guys listening. Make sure you share it up. Episode 6 coming, same time, same place next week. KG, what you saying?
Can you do a Sky Sports thing and write heated? Even though it wasn't like
Heated
or
debate.
what do you call it? Thing? Talk Sport, yeah.
Heated
Versus.
debate. Yeah.
KG versus Fleck versus Owen.
Yeah. Heated triple threat encounter.
I tell you what, might have a little heated on. Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next episode, man. And yeah, listen, it's the derby. Wait, KG, before we all go, yes, let's get some predictions. Actually, let's go. KG
one
prediction for the
United.
derby.
My heart, just that's from the heart. The brain is saying, just don't kill us badly. Just kill us.
Die with fight. Yeah.
But my heart is saying 1-0. Rashford just a jing bang one, but we win. Yeah. But then,
Owen.
I like what KG's saying. There's a heart and there's a head prediction. I think that's good. I think my heart prediction is like a 1-1. You know, like we get a goal, or maybe, and then they eventually we're holding on, and then they score at the end. We're like, yeah, but we got 1-1, something like that. My head says, let's just not get to halftime and it be 4-0 again. Let's just not do that this time. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. I echo what both of you said. I've like I said, I've called it Sacrificial Sunday. I can't back down from what I've called it. I think we're going to get absolutely moved to. But my heart is like, yeah, just I fought that against Liverpool and look what happened. So it shows you that these games where you think you're going to get mash up, things can happen where you don't. And I'm banking on that to happen again. So
what's yours? It's a 1-1 or 1-0?
So
Head and
I'll
heart.
say heart is 1-0 disgusting win. Get out. Like, how did they do? They had 32% possession. Them scumbags. How did they?
Security escort after the game. Get out now.
Quick.
You have to
get Messi's bodyguard. You know, he's following around all that.
Yeah. I need one of those.
But the head,
Holland brace
3-0 minimum 3-0. So yeah, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully we're wrong. Guys, smash like on the video. See you on the next episode of the Trinity. Take care. Peace.